Private lake laws. No, it is not racist for somebody to verify that somebody's part of their community that's paying for private lake, because the lake privacy is partly to save the fish for the people who paid for them. Some have a rule that you throw the fish back, but some don't, and they're able to eat the fish, but you don't want to run out of fish. So somebody's paid for that private neighborhood. It's a special neighborhood that has some codes of privacy. And so if somebody's falsifying, like using a camera to falsify somebody coming up to meet an acquaintance and verify that they're a neighbor, it's easy to, usually people make friends that way and acquaintances, and say, well, welcome. We want to protect our lake, and now white culture is definitely rule bound, and it's not about race. That's how they've kept their wealth. They follow rules. They make pretty good rules to protect their investments, and the white culture is known for following rules. They get made fun of for being a Karen or whatever, but the same people who want white privilege, that's how they got their privilege. White privilege actually got privilege by making rules to protect their investments. And it's not, so these Karens, mostly Karens are just doing what they do to white people. I get tired of it myself, frankly, a lot of times when people always check me and always verify me, and I avoid it sometimes or whatever. I just want to ignore it. But the truth is, there's like some people make videos and do things, and they'll somebody asking them. I've seen a video where somebody's qualifying, calling these people racist or Karens or whatever. And the truth is that they're not telling them, they're tricking them into thinking they don't live there. They won't tell them that they live there, and they're endangering them. I think there should be a law against endangering people on camera like that. If it was a real issue, it'd be nice to have them on camera, sure. But but what they're doing is tricking them into thinking they don't live there, and and then and then really endangering them. They have some of these videos. They have thousands. They're inviting thousands of people who want to ransack the neighborhood. Why would you want to do that to your own neighborhood if you really cared about your neighborhood and your privacy? Don't you want privacy? I mean, so you make friends. Just show people you live there. What's wrong with that? So I'm not going to go into. That's just an issue. I'm trying to talk in general without mentioning who's done this or whatever. I've seen it done more than once. This kind of thing, and it's something people need to know. It's falsifying racist because you're actually being racist, and you're not just doing that. You're trying to hurt people's privacy. You're trying to get people kicked out of the neighborhood. But when people do that, most of the time, when white folks do that in a situation like that, they're also glad to make an acquaintance. They're keeping your neighborhood safe from imposters. They do it to white people too. They do it to whoever's there because it's a private lake. It's for people who live there. They do it to each other. They make an acquaintance. Hey, how you doing today? This is a private lake. They'll say that to a white person. Will say it to a white person. Now, sometimes black people will be that Karen type. If it's a black neighborhood and you have the lake, and if it's got that same rules, they do the same thing. They don't want people taking their fish, because if they're allowed to eat fish in the lake, they don't want everybody else getting the fish because they paid for it. They've paid for that. They paid a lot of money to live there, and they've paid for privacy. It's not an ethnicity issue. So there you have it.